I created the perfect water bottle. Or at least I thought I did, but that all changed on March 3rd of 2025. On that day, I received over 1,500 comments about the product. Such a bad product. I hope you wake up soon.
I won't lie, this is useless.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah, the bottle
I'm
sucks.
still lost on the part where this is useful. The comments made me wonder if I wasted the past 3 years of my life designing this water bottle. But those same comments helped me radically transform the water bottle into its final form. The greatest water bottle of all time. I mean, at least I think so, but I'll let you be the judge of that. But first, let's go back to that infamous day, March 3rd, 2025. Oh hi, my name's Wiggs, by the way. For literally the past 3 years, I've been working on creating a clicking water bottle for athletes, like me, as a stainless steel alternative to plastic squeezy bottles. For 3 years, I tweaked the design, chatted with manufacturers, and posted YouTube videos that barely anybody watched, over and over and over again. But on March 3rd, 2025, at precisely 11:18 p.m., what everyone dreams of happening when they post on YouTube happened to me. I went viral. Oh my god, so it's March 3rd, and that is happening. I was absolutely speechless, but what I didn't know was that the video was about to get a lot more views. So that's the most amount of views I'd ever gotten on a video before this, compared to 100,000 views. Now compare that to the amount of views the video has today. Literally over 1 million. I was so excited and super grateful, but it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows like I imagined it would be. Thousands of comments trashing the project I'd sacrificed years of my life to build. Were they right? Were they just haters? Do they actually have a point? I don't know, but this is what I'm doing about it. I'll be honest, at first I was torn. I was watching the views climb higher and higher every day, and it was everything I ever wanted from YouTube. And sure, there are a lot of haters, but it was honestly fun to laugh at some of the ridiculous comments I was getting. What wasn't fun though, were the haters who actually had a point. Now of course, there are gonna be people who just don't understand the product, don't understand the vision. And of course there were smart people that do get it. So of course I was always gonna have a mix of positive and negative comments. But what if the people with the positive comments are actually the dumb ones? And the haters are actually right? Who do I listen to? The haters are just jealous of your success. Don't listen to them. Success? What success? You have one viral video of a prototype. Congrats, superstar. Just look at how lame their insults are. Classic internet losers. Some of them do make some good points. Look, dude, you've been working on this for 3 years. They've thought about it for 10 minutes. You've already considered all their issues, and they're not actual problems. Maybe you're blind to the flaws of your own creation. You see, there were two main concerns that most people were raising, elegantly or not so much. The first problem that people brought up was the fact that it had an open nozzle. But what if insects go into the bottle from the mouth? Look, maybe it's a big problem where he lives, but I of course get the general concern. And the second problem that people brought up was the complicated mechanism, specifically how it would make it difficult to clean, as well as leaving a lot of small areas for mold or bacteria to grow. And the angel was right, of course. I had considered these issues. Now, nearly every single sports bottle on the market has an open nozzle to allow athletes to hydrate more quickly. And while the complicated mechanism did make it more difficult to clean, I planned it to include cleaning tablets within the bottle, as well as special additives during the manufacturing process to make it resistant to both mold and bacteria. See? Nothing to worry about. Just a bunch of internet haters. Yeah, you're in denial. Deep down, you know that this bottle isn't perfect, and you just don't want to have to admit its flaws. I made this product for me, an athlete, who maybe it's been said isn't the most cleanly person you've ever met. And as I watched the comments start to pile up, I started to wonder, maybe the devil was right. Maybe the angel was wrong, or misleading me? And look, my ego isn't the bad guy here. There are people who need to be ignored. But I also need to know how to listen and assess something honestly and objectively without my brain getting in the way. And the mean-spirited comments, as much as I hate to admit, they did have a few good points. Something I knew were problems. And I was gonna have to do something about it to create the perfect water bottle. Have you heard of that artist, Pablo Picasso? He made all those weird paintings with the cubes and stuff like that. Anyway, What you just watched was filmed quite a long time ago. I meant for this whole video to be more of a mental battle and me finally acknowledging the water bottle's flaws and needing to listen to feedback even if I didn't want to hear it. So I once again underestimated how hard it was to actually do the work in fixing the issues. I went a little bit crazy, and I may have had to commit some thievery.
It's the hottest product on the market right now, the Stanley brand drinking cup, and it's really creating a shopping frenzy.
It's the newest craze, the Stanley Cup. But we're not talking about the Vegas Golden Knights Stanley Cup, but the tumbler. Elizabeth Jesser says her daughter owns 10.
A 23-year-old woman tried to steal $3,800 worth of Stanley Cups.
You guys, I got the cutest little toppers for my Stanley.
I mean, Picasso had a saying, he said, good artists copy, great artists steal.
So I made two versions, the cork style cover and the full spout cover. And I asked on my email list subscribers to vote on which one that they liked the best. The clear winner was the full spout cover. There's just one problem. I like the cork a lot better. Aside from all my repressed dreams of wanting to be a pirate, I just like it more, honestly. It's sleeker, lower profile, and it's more unique, more eye-catching. The good news though is I will listen to feedback. If people really do want the full spout cover, I can easily offer that too. With how I designed the dust caps, they're all completely swappable or replaceable. And who knows, maybe in the future there'll be like dragons on them or something, I don't know. Look, I'm just workshopping with you guys. I'm pretty proud of the dragon though, but let me know what you think. But let's be honest, the open nozzle was the far easier problem to solve. The complicated mechanism that made it hard to clean, that one seemed unsolvable. You see, the so-called over-engineered mechanism, as some of the comments put it, is what made the product so compelling. It's what makes the bottle open and close so seamlessly and effortlessly. I puzzled over the issue, looked at the bottle from every single angle, and I just couldn't find a solution that wouldn't break it or make it more complicated than it already was. You still have the cleaning tablets as well as the antibacterial and mold additives. I know I did, but I also knew those solutions weren't good enough anymore. Maybe I didn't have the perfect water bottle, just a pretty good one. So I settled back into routine, tweaking designs, chatting with manufacturers, and posting YouTube videos. That is, until one particular Tuesday morning 1 a.m. chat with a manufacturer that changed things. We'd be going back and forth on how to save money on the manufacturing for the product, particularly how the molds are made. And one of the engineers had a suggestion. And later that morning, right as my head hit the pillow, that one suggestion triggered an idea in my brain. I had an idea. I saw a solution. Yeah, sleep could wait. I needed to get this idea out of my head and into reality. Unfortunately for me though, it's nearly always easier said than done. By a lot. I will admit, sometimes I feel like I'm in a simulation, or like a video game. You either lose the game, or you win the game. The product doesn't work, or it does work. It's binary. Yes or no. Close only counts and horseshoes and hand grenades. I know that there's a combination of inputs that I can do that will allow me to win the game. I know this design change is possible. The problem? There are nearly infinite ways I can get the design wrong, and only a few ways I can get it right. 10 perfect moves can be undone by one simple mistake. It's a puzzle between my fingers, the keyboard, the mouse, and whoever is responsible for designing this game without putting any instructions. And there's no step-by-step YouTube tutorial I can look up to give me the answers when I'm stuck. Actually, if you type that in on YouTube, you get a 19-second video tutorial about how to create a safe and exploding water bottle. But anyway, water bottles aren't rocket science. Unfortunately, I'm not a rocket scientist. A pro would definitely be able to beat this game blindfolded. Unfortunately, my character isn't that high level. So I have to play the game to level up. I give it the good college try, and then I attempt to guess where my wrong inputs were. And then I try again, and then probably, definitely make some dumb mistakes. But no matter how many wrong inputs I have, I always play the level again. And not just once or twice, but countless times. Countless rage-inducing times. So I've received over 1,500 comments about myself and about the water bottle, and one of them stuck out a lot to me, and I know it'll be memorable to you too. It's from a guy named Tim, and it's an email actually, but here it goes. Hi Zwigs, I'm a 71-year-old retired engineer, and I've had quite an interesting career. I've built and seen lots of crazy and weird things, and I have a wonderful family and kids. Oh, the stories I could tell you. My one regret is I never had the guts to venture out on my own, and I just wanted to reach out and encourage you. I'm terminally ill with heart failure. I'll be dead soon. When you're my age, you'll look back and be happy you took the risk. Tim. It's one thing to have rich motivational people on the internet yap to you about how you'll regret it not taking the risk when you're not on your deathbed. It's another thing entirely when you have someone reaching out specifically to you to talk to you about how you'll be happy you did this. It's a surreal feeling. It's hard to put into words. So from myself and Tim, try something, take the chance. It's worth it. Even if you have people telling you that you're gonna fail and your product looks like a mustard bottle and your nose hairs are too long. Just don't listen to them. Don't listen to them unless they actually do have some good points, and then take their feedback and be thankful for it. So, thank you. And after an unhealthy amount of late nights, 3 lifetimes worth of math homework, literal pounds of wasted 3D prints, and what seemed like every single possible wrong input, I finally got it right. And so here's the completed bottle. It still closes and opens with a simple click of the mechanism, and it now has a variety of dust caps to keep out those pesky insects or whatever might be bothering you. I was also able to make the bottle an inch shorter while holding the same amount of water, and the cap now fits onto the bottle like a beautiful glass slipper. And the mechanism now lives on the top of the bottle, keeping dry, making it exceptionally easy to clean. Unlike the old version, where the mechanism got wet and probably collected a lot of mold and bacteria. And making all those improvements using less parts, making it cheaper to produce and more simple to assemble, which for me, makes it the greatest water bottle of all time. But I'm sure you'll let me know what you think. If you want to support a Kickstarter for the water bottle, you'll find my email list link in the description or the comments below. And right there is that original viral video that I kept talking about, and below that is a personal favorite of mine. So if you liked this video, check out one of those, and thanks so much for watching.